Well, obviously, the top two teams in the conference have been the top two teams for the last decade or so, IUP and California. Obviously, IUP took it to us pretty good at their place, so we need to be more physical to match up with IUP. I think we turned the ball over 5 times that game, so got to take care of the football on offense and take the ball away and create some turnovers at IUP. California, we really think that we've caught up to talent-wise and had a great chance last year to win. Had some injuries, and same thing again, halftime tight game, but we came out and turned the ball over, gave them a short field. So those games you got to play as close to perfect as possible. Obviously, Slippery Rock, we've had an opportunity to go down there and beat them the last 2 years, so we feel like we match up pretty well there. But play physical, take care of the ball on offense, score touchdowns in the red zone, take the ball away on defense, and play great red zone defense, I think is a recipe for success for us against the top tier teams in the league. Well, certainly, first and foremost, to find a starting quarterback on offense. So I think we did a great job of evaluating those guys and sorting that out, and naming Andrew Tomko the starter was huge for us, not only for our football team, but for Andrew to now solidify himself as a leader. So that was certainly number one. Second, defensively, just to continue to improve, we have a veteran group, and our theme was don't get bored. So we don't do a lot, but how can we play great first down defense and get them in a second and long? How can we play great third down defense and get them off the field? And third, how can we create more takeaways than we did last year? We did a great job, but if we can get more, we can be in the top 10, top 5 in the country. Really leadership and more intangibles off the field. All three are tremendous competitors. They practice hard, they compete, but really looking for them to take the next level of their maturation in terms of off the field, being on time or early for everything. We try to preach to them that everybody is watching you three. So if you walk into a meeting at the last minute or late, everybody knows who it is. So if you want to be a champion, you have to act like a champion off the field as much as on the field. Yeah, Jack Corey has done a tremendous job. Obviously, I think number one, we have re-emphasized in recruiting quality offensive line. I think for a while we took that position for granted and said, hey, with all the spread and so forth, that can be your least talented group and you can still win. But that's not the case, and as long as I'm the head football coach, we will continue to try to be as big and fast and strong and nasty as possible in the offensive line. And I think Jack has done a great job recruiting. Number two, done a great job of creating a nasty group of guys. They're tremendous gentlemen off the field. They're great students. They probably have our highest GPA as a group. But they have really improved their mental game in terms of playing through the whistle and being nasty and really having an attitude and wanting to be the forefront of the offense. Defensively, take the football away, number one. Number two, havoc rate, which is a combination of creating negative yardage plays, sacks, TFLs, pass breakups, and obviously turnovers. And then playing great red zone defense. If people move the football on you, if you can make them create field goal attempts and not score touchdowns, you have an opportunity. Yards don't mean anything anymore because number of plays are so much greater. 10 years ago, you might be on the field for 40 or 50 plays. Now you might be on the field for 80 to 100 plays. So 10 years ago, 40, 50 plays, 300 yards. 80 plays, 100 plays, 400, 500 per play, still kind of probably the same. So it's more points, takeaways, red zone defense, and creating negative yardage plays. Secondary, very long, talented, athletic, for the most part, great tacklers as well. So Branden Anderson, coming into his third year, again, as a guy who has matured so much as a leader. The voice of the defense, a great communicator, gets all the checks, gets all the adjustments, wants to be great. Zaril, as good as he was and as his statistics, he still wants to improve. And we've talked about just all the little things, getting out of breaks and so forth. And I think Zaril is more worried about his technique now than interceptions, which is great. Aaron Rodgers, a young man that will be challenged all the time into the boundary. I mean, you're in the spotlight. People are going to get in 3-by-1 sets and go after you all day. So you have to have a short memory and you have to have great confidence. So Aaron just has to continue to be confident in himself. Maurice Sims, our nickel, probably our most physical guy, had a great year, continues to improve. Great tackler, great blitzer, cover, knows his technique, knows his strengths and weaknesses. And then Billy DePaul, a young guy, will be our field safety. Great range, tall, long, athletic, can cover the field. The old John Gruden road runner in the middle of the field from there. And then he'll tackle you as well and get up and be physical and blitz. So we have a very talented group. Not very deep, but we just have to stay healthy, but we can be as good as that. I think the key is all going to start inside. You got to be great up the middle, just like you are in baseball. So our two interior guys with Derek Dorr and Nick Pettigrew. Derek had a breakout year last year and is bigger, stronger, faster. Nick Pettigrew is just a guy who's going to play harder than you every snap, every game. And then we added a tremendous young man in Myles Turner as a junior college transfer. Myles Turner, to me, has the skill and ability to be as good as anyone in the league. And then we have Barrett Hoffman, who redshirted, who can give us great depth, and Bishop Simmons, who transferred in. So up the middle is very important for us. If you can take 2 for 1, our linebackers can be free. And then defensive end, we're undersized, but we have 4 guys that, again, will play harder than the guy they play against and really care about one another. So they've got some unique ability to rush the passer. Dave Ballou, Ethan Upperco. We moved Devin Brown from tight end to defensive end. He's 6'7", he's long, can do some great things, and Coach Neely will do a great job of coaching him up. But I think it all starts from the inside out. Yes, 4 senior linebackers, great kids. Maybe not the most talented position on our defense, but certainly those guys, again, are real cerebral. 3 of the 4 have tremendous GPAs as seniors, and I think they can get us lined up, make the adjustments, keep us calm with their experience. Branden Rivers, who moved from safety to linebacker, a ton of athletic ability. I just got to continue to keep him focused on what he can do, because he has enough ability to make plays all over the place. And our 2 young guys we really think are going to have great futures. Ryan Bischoff was our Rookie of the Year last year and has gotten bigger, stronger, and more focused. And then Connor Kelly is a tremendous athlete, 6'2", 230 pounds. Kelly Tough from that family. I'm really anxious to watch him run around and make plays, so it'll be real fun to see his progression. Not at all. We have experience at long snapper, and we spend as much time, if not more time, than anybody on special teams. So we're anxious to watch those guys go. Jake Monroe has been tremendous. He'll handle the place kicking duties. Corey Bottaraco has a big leg. He just has to continue to get some experience and confidence. He'll be our punter. Both of them will probably share some time, in the kickoff game. Just excited for them to take a deep breath and let them go. I think they're both very talented. We'll just see where they are. Boy, it's hard to tell. Being a non-conference game, we don't have much film on them. We chose not to exchange film because they had a number of staff changes, new defensive coordinator, then another new defense coordinator, new offense coordinator, then another offense coordinator. So, going off what we saw last year, probably expect them to be a big zone read, power read, option team, probably not an advanced passing game. So we just have to be ready for lots of motions and triple option concepts. So we have to play sound fundamental assignment football. Defensively, again, don't know if they're going to be 4-man front or 3-man front or blitz or too high. So our message has been discipline and fundamentals, execution. Don't worry about who your opponent is. Line up, do your job, play assignment football, and it's really about us. We control our own destiny, so we've got to play disciplined football, penalty-free, great on special teams, handle all the situational football that we've practiced over and over again. So really, focus on us and play the best that we can play and not worry about who they are.